Shalom and Salam and Shanti and peace. I'm Arthur Waskow, director of the Shalom Center. This is not exactly the Shalom Center's office. It's a room in a rehab facility where my broken leg is, if you look down here you can see, all wrapped together, is being physical therapized, where I'm getting strength back in my arms and leg as a result of an auto accident I had a couple of weeks ago. And we're getting very close now to Rosh Hashanah, a new year. I've been spending this almost 3 weeks learning lots of things, learning how to deal with my body better, learning how to pay attention to what's going on in the world and think about it in some new ways. And since we are about to begin a new year, it's not only a new year, by the way. The word Rosh Hashanah in Hebrew means the top or head of the year. Shana can also mean transformation. And at our best, we not only begin a new year in simple arithmetic and calendar, but begin a really new year in the transformation of ourselves, our society, maybe the planet. So I've been trying to learn, and the main learning I've had during these weeks has been something about time, something about not hurrying, because everything I do takes about 10 times as long as it took before the car accident. Everything. Using this computer, this laptop to send out the emails that come to you from the Shalom Center. This is the root of the emails. That takes longer than we usually need to do it. My going to the bathroom, the simplest of all things, takes a lot longer. Arranging to eat, to get to the rehab facility's dining room, certainly takes longer. All those things. Here, even arranging for film, for YouTube. Nick Alpers, the Shalom Center's coordinator of programming, is doing the filming here. But it took a lot more effort to arrange to do that here than if we simply could walk into the backyard under a tree at the Shalom Center's offices. All that. So what is it about time, and what is it about this stretched out use of time that could be really valuable to us? What I've realized is that it could be time for pause, time for renewal, time for really absorbing the richness and the astonishing wonder of everything from this laptop to going to the bathroom. All those levels of things. To see it with a sense of wonder instead of with a sense of automatic. And realizing that investing in one's own health is not actually a free good, that it just comes automatically. There ain't no such a thing as a free lunch. And for years, I realized I've sort of treated my body as if it were a free lunch and not focused on how to keep it strong and vibrant and so on. It was always more fun to write than it was to swim, even though I enjoy swimming. So what does this have to do with the country and Rosh Hashanah? Here we are in the midst of a great recession, when millions of our people have been forced by unemployment into having time on their hands. But they are not able to treat that time as joyful, as celebration, because they are filled with anxiety. Without a job, who can pay the rent, buy the food, make the recreation, and the job then becomes haunting in its absence. And what people are saying now, the economists are talking about what they call a jobless recovery. So what's going to recover are the prices of stocks and bonds and what comes out of the factories. But what's not going to recover are the jobs that people need in order to live worthy lives and to feel like they're doing something useful in their lives. So, not enough work, too much time, not for thoughtfulness, not for family, not for spiritual exploration, not for joy, but time for anxiety. So there would be a way to deal with this if our society now said 30-hour work week at 40 hours of worth of pay. Now, I'll say something in a minute about where that money comes from. But what that would mean would be that everybody has decent work and everybody has more time for thoughtfulness, for restfulness, for reflection, for joy, for family, for neighborhood. That's not the way we are pointed. Even the best political leadership we have now is really not pointed that way. It's all pointed around productivity, which means increasing the amount of production that one human being can do in a given hour. But the more you do that, the fewer jobs there are for people. So that's not a goal that really meets human needs. And it's not a goal that meets the needs of our planet, where it simply produces more and more, which includes more and more carbon dioxide, heating up the planet, more and more destruction of the water table, which we need to be able to drink from. So this is not a valuable direction to go in. We need to be thinking, as we enter a new year, we need to be thinking about a new direction. A direction that meets human needs, that meets the needs of the spirit, that meets the needs of the planet, that is focused not on more production and more productivity, but on more life-giving ability to pause, to rest. So it's been really a teaching for me to go through this where I've had to spend more time thoughtfully, calmly, restfully. I've had to. That's not the best way for it to happen. My auto crash or the economic crash and the ecological crash that the world and our country are in now is certainly not the best way to go about learning this lesson. But you learn where you learn. And one of the things I'm hoping we can begin to do now into this new year is to learn how to redirect ourselves in the direction of more time for human connection, more time for love, more time for celebration. So as we leave the month of Ramadan, which is focused around that kind of reflection, as we enter the month of the great Jewish festivals, as we enter the newness of a transformed year, to all of us, may there be the joyfulness of that transformation in all our different traditions, in all our relations with not only other human beings, but with trees and grass and squirrels and lobsters and all the other living beings on the planet. Joy and restfulness to you, and we will be in touch again in this time of transformation.